No, I said it's all right.
Okay.
This is so exciting today. This is a part 2. We're here with Stevo. And this part, I always love. Number 1 was just a setup. Number 2 is the shit. If you see what I did there.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah, Steve's going to do pranks. I can't wait. Let's do this. Are you married now?
I'm engaged.
How long have you been engaged?
I've been engaged for 3 years.
I thought so because the last time I saw you was up at Montreal at JFL. And are you still doing stand-up?
I am. I'm doing it, and I love it. I just wanted to go back to what I was saying about Jackass. The point I was trying to make, despite the way that it's evolved and grown over the years, and it's become this big monster, I think that the constant from the very beginning is it's something really special. In that, as reckless, as irreverent, frankly self-destructive as we've been from the inception of it, the one thing that it's never been on any level is mean-spirited. You know, I really look to Jackass, and it's with an intense pride that I really truly believe that, as fucking crazy as it is, that there's something genuinely wholesome about it. You know, about how much we genuinely love each other, how careful we are to only put ourselves in harm's way, you know? Like,
I don't know if the word careful should be used in any part of the description of Jackass.
Do people get concerned, though, at all? That because we had Seth in here, I was going to talk a little bit, but I mean, we could talk about it later, who have watched Jackass before and then attempted to try some of the stunts themselves.
You know, Seth, he was on Dr. Phil he almost died.
Oh, how about that?
Did you not know that? Does he know that about you?
Little videos, and then I'd license them.
Move your mic. You got talking to the mic.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Share. I figured out when I was in high school that I could make content with like homegrown style stuff, and then license it out to like True TV, MTV, different shows like that. So I did that as a summer job. Okay. But at the same time, I never wanted to do videos where it would just be like no purpose. Just some of these kids online just have no boundaries.
So what did you do? How did you get injured?
I'd always try, one of my most viral ones is I took a pogo stick to a full-speed treadmill, and then just little things like that I started doing, then I'd license them out, and then I jumped off a baseball backstop into a net, and the net ripped.
Off a baseball
backstop, like the tall thing behind the
fenced in.
Yeah, where the catcher is, and then there's like a net that goes over the audience to protect the ball from hitting them.
Right.
So I jumped off into the net, ripped through, hit my head, had like intense brain
YouTube?
swelling. No, I never posted it.
Oh. What's the one that you posted that was, is the pogo stuck on? Is it under your name?
Yeah, I kind of took everything down because it was kind of hard to like get a landlord to approve me when they'd look me up online and see what I would be doing to houses.
In what time frame?
Put the mic there.
In what kind of time frame were these stunts taking place?
Mostly noon to 3 p.m.
Yeah.
12 years ago.
12 years ago, yeah. I quit like pretty quick. I only did it for high school.
Right, okay.
For high school. It was like a home project.
But that's why Jackass and I were friends when we were like...
Are you from Indiana?
No, but we knew
Colorado.
each other from the MySpace days.
Oh, okay. Colorado. Is that Kyler Vick's
there it is.
spot?
Is that you?
Yeah, it's a re-upload.
Okay, it's a re-upload. Look at this. It's on a full... oh! And
so
he's off.
Nothing wild, but TV shows would want to put this
But
up.
I know...
Right.
Wow, you could be the poster boy for Peloton.
You know, I think you said that, like, Dr. Phil reamed you. I know that there was a lot of people that were concerned about you doing these stunts and then other people following.
Right.
I even see like ridiculousness now that has the warning at the beginning not to try anything or submit videos. So do you find that there was more so now when you're trying to make this movie that they were a little bit more hesitant?
I think it's actually the opposite. When
they want you to push it further?
Well, no, but when Jackass came out, it was the year 2000. Mm-hmm. And I mean, this represented probably the biggest profit margin that they'd ever had. Like for
right, because it was probably, what was the budget on the first one? Do you know?
It was I don't even know, but it was.
Was it $1 million?
Per episode? God, no. I mean, the basic...
oh, you're talking about when it... not the first movie. You're talking about the series.
Yeah, it started out as a series.
Okay, so the series...
With the half-hour episodes
Were you spending $100,000?
I wouldn't even know. I know that for the entire first season of that Jackass series, I made less than $1,500 after taxes, and this is
so that kind of gives you the bottom line is the biggest expenses would probably be the cast. So the fact that you
who knows? It was a shoestring budget. That's for sure.
And they sold advertising, and MTV did amazing on their advertising budgets.
For sure. And it was the highest ratings that they had for any kind of a programming like that. Of course, they would get higher ratings for the VMAs, but as far as half hour episode series, we smashed all records.
So in a half hour, just so that people know, in a half hour, you usually deliver 22 minutes of television.
3 acts of 7 minutes each.
Right. So 22 minutes, which means there's 8 minutes of advertising to sell that's targeted specifically. Right. They were making millions and millions and millions of dollars. And at the end of the season, even though you had a lot of notoriety, you walked away with $1,500.
Right.
That's amazing.
For sure. But now, so because the profit margin was so crazy and it came out, they were in MTV was notorious for reruns. They were rerunning Jackass at 5 p.m. Because it was just like, oh my God, let's put this out there. This is great. And in very short order, they had kids showing up in hospitals all over the country because they were inspired to go and film their own Jackass. So, Seth.
Yep.
And so there was an immediate backlash, and particularly leading the charge was Senator Joe Lieberman. We've got this outrage, we've got shut down this show, and there wasn't actually any lawsuits I'm aware of, with the exception of the LAPD sued because Knoxville had this great bit where he dressed up in an orange jumpsuit and went into a hardware store with handcuffs on asking for a hacksaw. and they called the cops, and the cops showed up, and when the cops showed up, this female cop got out of her car, but she didn't put it in park, so her cop car just went slamming into a telephone pole, and I think that might have been embarrassing for the police, and so they wanted to really, and they settled that lawsuit for, I understand, $5,000.
Was MTV protective of you? Did they handle the liability, or did you ever see the ramifications personally, or to the
I was bitten by a shark on I filmed that whole first season in the space of 1 week. Actually 5 days, and I only filmed personally on 3 of the 5 days. But I got my finger bitten by a shark, and I've got a cool little scar on my finger. And I didn't even go to the hospital. I just had the medic bandaged it up, and
still had that rap from the baby fucking.
Well, this was prior to that, but I didn't even go to the hospital. But it was a few weeks later, I got something in the mail from MTV saying, "Please forward us your hospital bills so we can cover them." And I thought, wow, if I get hurt, they pay for it.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
After you've already healed from your shark attack.
Right. And but in any case, there weren't big lawsuits over kids getting hurt. There was a general back then. There was a real sense, you guys are a bad influence. You guys are inspiring kids to get hurt. You are this really bad thing. And with the Senator Joe Lieberman and all of the backlash coming around, what happened was, even though there weren't lawsuits, there were very distinctly there was a lot of, pressure on MTV and MTV's standards and practices, where these are the people who are sort of the arbiters of what's allowed on TV or not, like the censorship board, basically. They started really leaning on us and not, not allowing certain stuff that we filmed to be included in the show. And even prior to filming, they wouldn't give us approval to go through with certain bits. And, they were trying to water down the show. And Knoxville wouldn't have it. He said, well, if you're not going to let us do what we do the way we do it, then I quit. And for the rest of us, sort of supporting cast, us sidekicks were kind of like, What are you doing, Knoxville? What do you mean? But I think that he had a plan all along because he very much wanted to be like a big time movie star. And so he was like, fuck this basic cable nonsense. Like, let me quit the show while it's on top of the world and then make him give us a movie deal. Because once you make it an R-rated movie, you take away that layer of liability. Now it's like only for, people.
In hindsight, he's saying, see what, I had a plan, guys.
I don't doubt that he had that plan for all along. I mean, MTV had a big hit.
No, but I get it. I get.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm in network television right now,
Sure.
and you have to answer to the advertisers when you're advertiser supported. If you want to make something on your own, then you don't have to. And their money is not coming from you. Their money is coming from an advertiser. So I kind of understand.
Right. And now to go back to the original question,
The original question
here was, about the.
Do you have a weird tattoo?
No, I was asking because he's still sitting in between Kyle and Seth.
Right, but the copycat kids.
Yeah.
Is that something that we feel bad? Like in the beginning, there was a certain amount of heat, with the copycat kids. Still to this day, you want to be careful of what's called like imitatable. You don't want to be too imitatable, but the reason why I asked what time frame his stunts happened in is because with the advent of YouTube, with like all of this digital content coming from over, now everybody's got a video camera in their pocket on their cell phone. Like it's really not about Jackass anymore. I don't think that Jackass can even be pointed to as like the inspiration for this dipshit.
Now it's just because now it's just clickbait. You can get views and stuff like that.
Right. I mean, so I just don't think that And back then, when people would sort of complain about what bad influence we were, I would always say, hey, it's not Tony Hawk's fault every time a kid falls off a skateboard.
Right.
I worked hard to get to a point where I call myself a professional. And if some kid's going to see what I do professionally and then get hurt doing a half-ass copycat job, then,
Yeah.
sorry.
It's on them. As
You
you
worked
always
really
say,
hard to
you
snort
always say
wasabi.
this, fuck the babies.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. So
Right. I mean, I don't know. Like, that was the position I took back then. And I would always add on top of that sort of, indignant, position that I took, I would say also, like, I'm an attention whore. I'm not really looking to share the spotlight. So fucking stop it, kids.
I love that. What a great PSA. We have a sponsor on this podcast, Jackie. Mm-hmm. Oh, you want me to say it? BetterHelp. BetterHelp. And it is BetterHelp. If this is something we talk about, we were on the cover of People magazine the other week talking about this.
Yeah.
Our mental health. You happen, is there something interfering with your happiness or preventing you from achieving your goals? Is there something interfering with your happiness?
Just overall anxiety.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So this is exactly where you have to turn, right? A lot of people have been using BetterHelp. That's BETTER. BetterHelp, and the recruiting people also. It's been so positive, the reaction to what's happening, that BetterHelp themselves are recruiting people to help other people get better help from all 50 states.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
BetterHelp will assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You can start communicating in under 48 hours, so there's not really a lot of wait time.
Yeah, it's not a crisis line. It's not a self-help. It's professional counseling done securely online.
And you can log into your account anytime and send a message to your counselor. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions so you won't ever have to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room again.
Wow, that's how what you do with traditional therapy. Anyway, BetterHelp wants you to start living a happier life today.
So there's a special offer for Howie Mandel Does Stuff listeners. You get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/Howie.
Who doesn't love a great deal?
I love a great deal.
Right. Well, or no deal.
No, I get it.
You see what I used? No, that wasn't even making a joke. I just had it. Well, you know what? You can now get cash back on thousands of items online for free.
Yeah, if you haven't checked out rebatekey.com yet, what are you waiting for? You are going to love it too. I love it. I can't stop using it. I'm honestly obsessed. Rebate Key is partnered with online retailers like Amazon, Walmart, and Etsy to give you up to 100% cash back. You heard me. 100%, which is crazy. And best of all, there's no catch. Rebate Key never asks for your credit card info, and the process is super safe and easy and free.
Yeah. So say you need like some fitness equipment, like a jump rope. I'm thinking of getting a jump rope. But then I was yesterday I was going to get a jump rope, and then I decided to skip it.
Okay. Trust us, you're going to love how much you can save with rebatekey.com. Just go to rebatekey.com to start earning cash back today. Remember, rebatekey.com.
You're the ultimate prankster, and we wanted to do a prank with you, and we'll think of something to do in just a second. But I want to ask one more question. So I was watching you do stand-up. And you're very good.
Montreal, I was mortified with that set when you were there in Montreal.
Why? But I still remember the story. So you talk about skydiving and jerking off.
Oh, okay. All right.
Are you mortified about that?
No.
So what? I was watching, and you said this was your fiance. Was this the same girl that you're talking about?
Yeah, we've been engaged ever since. And
that was the moment. That's how you broke it to her.
Well, no. Where
did you meet this person?
I met her on a job. She works in production in the art department. She's a prop stylist and a wardrobe. Right. So we met on a job. It was Super Bowl related in January of 2017. And, we've been together ever since. My first relationship that's lasted over 1 year.
Wow.
In my life. And
has it been a smooth road of a relationship?
It's been pretty smooth.
And do you have a date set?
We don't. I mean, the pandemic really kind of bungled that up a little bit. And because...
Really?
Yeah.
Really? The reason you didn't get married was because of the pandemic. With all the shit that you do each and every day for a movie, the pandemic was... Are you vaccinated?
Fully vaccinated, yeah.
Fantastic.
As of May 14th, I had my second shot. But because we're both, me and my girl, her name is Lux, by the way. Lux and I are both convinced, so sure that we don't want to have kids. I went ahead and filmed one of my stunts for my new comedy tour. It was the Vasectomy Olympics. I went about and got a vasectomy, and then immediately after my vasectomy, in a hospital gown, I got on a horse and it galloped bareback with just my balls bouncing up and down off the horse. And then we dressed me up as a piñata in my hospital gown and gave kids sticks to whack me in the balls as I was hung upside down from a tree. It was hilarious. And this whole idea of not having kids. What I decided.
Wait! You can't move on from that. You had an actual vasectomy.
Yeah.
So I've never had one, but my friends who have had one, they do it with a laser, right?
They didn't do it with the laser. I got it in Puerto Rico for
good.
what it's worth.
Did you save money?
No.
So what do they do in Puerto Rico? So tell me, you go to Puerto Rico because I want to hear.
And it wasn't. I suppose you can get it with the laser. And in my case, it was.
But in Puerto Rico, they don't do it. How do they do it? The guy just
bites
bites your nuts off?
I don't know that they do it any differently in Puerto Rico. I'm not sure if it was a geographical issue, but there's a tiny little incision, and then with kind of tweezers, they pull out the vas deferens from your ball sack, which is sort of a tube which delivers sperm from your nuts through your wiener.
Why did you do this in Puerto Rico?
Because I had been invited to
a vasectomy?
No, I'd been invited to do. They were having a mass spay and neuter event, which they wanted me to help promote and sort of get behind the cause. And so
for dogs?
For dogs,
animals.
for dogs. And
you were going to promote spay and neutering by ripping out your own nuts.
100%. I said I love animals. Of course, this is my thing.
Oh, wow.
It's a cause I believe in.
Right.
I would love to come to Puerto Rico and promote spay and neuter. And what better way to promote this cause than for me to get neutered
There's no better
myself.
way.
So I tied the two together. And I felt really good about
That
it.
is beautiful. When
And
you think about it, I think people that I can't tell about the listeners, but I would imagine that brought a tear to everybody. Say, all right, so you're in Puerto Rico, and they give you a small incision.
Yeah, well, the only thing that actually
Are you under anesthesia?
They're local. The only thing
Local meaning in Puerto Rico, or just your nuts?
It was very similar to any kind of a dental procedure.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yeah, in that when they numb up your mouth with the local anesthesia.
The fact that they were numbing up your mouth to work on your nuts bothers me to begin with.
Right, like they put similarly they put an injection to numb up that area.
Okay.
And that was the only thing that hurt at all on any level. But with my new comedy tour, which is called the Bucket List Tour, I tell the stories. Yeah. And then after each stand-up bit, I then screen the footage of what the story was about.
Wait. You have footage of this?
Oh, yeah. I do everything. Like the story you saw me tell about shitting on the fan and then the shit's flying everywhere and everybody ran except for my girl.
That's when you knew. That's a test of love. That really is. He shit on a fan. Yeah. When the shit hits the fan, you know that saying? Yeah. He actually did it.
He's not like you.
Were you
he
promoting? Was that to promote a charity? What did that say?
That one was just for
an orphanage.
The personal satisfaction.
Oh, personal satisfaction. I was just thinking this is an orphanage, and I told them I'll shit on a fan.
Right. And,
fans only. Only fans.
Oh my God. Right. So after each bit, I screen this sort of the crazy footage and when I screened the vasectomy on my bucket list tour. That's one of the items on my bucket list was the Vasectomy Olympics.
Is it on YouTube?
It's not on YouTube. Nothing on my bucket list tour is either allowed on YouTube or in the ether. It's
good.
It'll come out when I make the special.
The special.
The special. But yeah, when I screened the
So you were still frozen when you were riding a horse with your nuts?
Nah, because in order to I think they were like, I definitely wasn't still numb. And it was definitely intense. And
after you got off the horse, why did you want to take it one step further and be piñata? Why would you do that?
It's the Olympics.
To get more footage. I also had
and also for the children. It was a birthday party. Would you work a birthday party?
It was the kids in the mix was it's.
And after you dropped the shit on the fan and everybody ran except this lovely lady, you said.
Well, she said, do I have shit in my vagina? And she checked.
Right.
And that was...
if I had a buck for every time... do I have shit in my vagina?
Yeah.
For every woman that has wiped to the north instead of the south.
She was wearing a miniskirt when we filmed that. And, I mean, nobody anticipated that the shit would fly sideways.
Nobody. I haven't anticipated most of everything you've said today.
Right.
Okay, so the shit flies sideways.
And I just knew that she was the one. She was wearing a mini skirt.
Have you ever been approached by Hallmark to work with? Is there? You know what? I'll keep the shit out of your vagina. I love you forever.
Right.
Did she have shit in her vagina?
She did not. She felt the need to check because her mini skirt was quite short that day. But
she wouldn't worry about getting it on her mini skirt?
She definitely got it on her mini skirt.
So was it on her face?
It wasn't on her face, no. But there was the whole house was speckled. We did it in the front yard.
Right, because why go in the backyard? There's not as much traffic or a good view.
Yeah, but
you really think things through. That's what I love about you.
Right.
What does O stand for?
For nothing.
Nothing.
It came about from drunk people screaming at keg parties. Is sort of the origin, I think. Right. But see, Lux and I, we don't have kids. We love animals, so we decided we're going to pour ourselves into having animals.
Did she come with you to the spay and neutering?
She was there. She was there. She was holding my hand through the vasectomy itself.
Did she get any of your ball sack in her vagina?
She not during the procedure.
Okay.
But
no, because that's what I'm sorry. Have you met my daughter?
Lux thanks me profusely to this day. The most wonderful thing I've ever done for her is get that vasectomy.
Oh, that was for her.
Yeah.
She that was better than anointing her with your own shit the first time you met?
Yeah, far better. She got me because we're on the hump and dump program all month long.
What's a hump and
The
dump?
hump and dump
I don't know what
program.
that is. Tell me what that is.
No pulling out. Hump and dump.
Oh, okay. I thought you fucker and then shit yourself. To me, that's what hump and dump
Yeah,
means.
yeah, no,
and I
no.
have a hard
Yeah.
time. I just said that out loud. Every time I'm talking, I realize I'm sitting beside my
Right.
daughter. But this
Not
is,
to worry.
honey, this is a teachable moment.
Yeah,
It
I'm
is
learning a lot.
You are
Not-
hump and dump.
Not to worry. By the way, I think we're making a great episode.
Do you?
I really think
Hump
this
and
will
dump.
Yeah.
Sat on a wall. Hump and dump. Had a great fall.
Right. But we decided since our intention is to pour ourselves into helping animals, we wanted to we want for our future
Right.
to buy property and open up a
sanctuary.
A sanctuary.
Oh, that'd
And
be
so we
beautiful.
decided that our wedding should take place on said
On the
property.
sanctuary. Have
Yeah.
you picked out colors or napkins or anything?
Not colors or napkins, but now when the pandemic struck,
Mm-hmm.
I kind of felt like, because we were thinking about the sanctuary as like a 501c3 nonprofit organization with
at
like
you.
a destination, like we'll have a bed and breakfast. I'll have my Stevo museum called Disgraceland. It'll be maybe even an amusement park. All the animals, great, everyone comes and then
You're like
it's-
Dolly Parton.
it sustains itself. Yeah, I figured it would sustain itself with all these great revenue streams, and it'd be wonderful. But then I thought, man, the pandemic came, and I thought, the fundamental problems with the American sort of like the debt, the economy, the dollar, like. It's been kind of written on the wall for a long time that this can't go on forever.
Right.
And then with the pandemic and all the stimulus, now we're just trillions and trillions, like all the unfunded liabilities, for God's sakes. Like, I think that already the dollar was in a little bit of jeopardy, and we've sped up that process a lot. So, being that I'm...
Can I be honest with you, Steve? I know that, but that's a political view, and on this podcast, I'm uncomfortable with
That's
talking
okay.
politics.
That's
so let's get back to fucking babies.
Okay, good. That's okay.
kidding.
No,
I'm kidding.
you're-
I was kidding.
Are you Canadian? Am I right?
Yes,
Me too.
I didn't know that.
My
Where-
mom was born in Canada, which
Where?
makes me Canadian. Where was she born?
You know
I know
she's
that she
gonna-
went to high school in Barrie, Ontario, with Tom Green's mom.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow.
And my mom was a way bigger slut. I'm just kidding.
How does your mom feel? You're just kidding. Your mom's not a
No,
slut.
no. My mom's a lovely lady.
She is. Has she ever had shit in her vagina?
No.
I don't know what to ask you. I just thought
Right.
that.
But my father was born in America, which makes me American.
Right.
And I was born in England, which makes me British. So I'm triple national.
Yeah. So you're borderline.
Yeah, and
Whatever.
of any possession that I own, my Canadian passport, I would say is among the most valuable
Wow.
to me, because now
You're going to escape.
I like the idea of being able to set up outside of America.
That's where the sanctuary could be. Could be
That's
Canadian.
exactly why I'm looking at British Columbia, and the big holdup is that the Canadian border is just not open yet. So.
I know.
You know what's crazy? How much fucking money there is in being a content creator.
Absolutely, I do
It is-
know.
it
We
is-
were just talking about Logan Paul.
Yeah.
With that fight. The
And
amount of money.
I'm walking into this compound of yours. I gotta say, like my jaw was on the floor. I was dragging it behind me. I'm so impressed by this facility here.
Thank you. Thank
it's,
you.
It's badass as hell.
It is badass, and
And-
right
and-
in the heart of the porn industry.
Nice. And Logan Paul. He's been somebody I've been looking at for years, thinking like, man, what am I doing wrong? Because I've never been lazy. I've always worked really hard, and I've been doing the YouTube. I've been doing all these different things, touring, and I'm like, how do I keep hearing about the Paul brothers? They've been making so many millions of dollars, and I'm starting to figure it out.
What's the secret sauce?
Well, I mean, the thing is about having a following, it doesn't mean it. Having a following on social media and all the rest of it, it's kind of like having a storefront with a lot of traffic, right?
Right.
But that's not doing anything if you don't have anything
If they don't
on
come
the
in
shelves.
and engage.
Yeah, but there's not doing anything if you're not selling them. You got all this traffic, but are you selling them anything? And I remember working with David Dobrik on something. And I was like, where are you getting all your money from? You're giving away all these cars. Where are you getting it from? Is it the YouTube revenue?
The
He says,
brand
no.
deals.
It's the brand deals and the merch.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got into the merch pretty heavily, and now I've got my own fulfillment center, and we're starting to do the drops, which is a big thing,
Yeah, the newest merch.
Right,
Yeah.
and the brand deals. I'm starting to galvanize a little bit.
You sound like a smart guy. I didn't realize that you were so entrepreneurial and you have it figured out. How old are you?
I'll be 47 in.
Oh, you look great for your age.
Well,
I thought
thank
you
you.
were like this guy's age.
Oh,
I thought
that's
you were.
very kind, man. It's very kind. You take great care of yourself too. You know,
I am. You can't see because it's a podcast, but I look. There's a glow about me, isn't there, of youth?
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
I know.
And I stole one of your tricks in my early career as a circus clown.
What did you do?
The glove on the head. When you inflate that was you. Right?
That was mine. I know it was me. And you did it? How did it go over in the circus?
I was a circus clown on cruise ships, and I would have certain...
Circus clown on... You weren't even in the circus.
I was in the circus after that. But my first professional job as a clown was on cruise ships. And there were, when I would perform sometimes in clown makeup and sometimes not. And it was a show I did in the theater where I did a bunch of tricks. And one of them was... You really got to blow your nose before you do that trick.
Yeah, I know.
Blow your nose before you do that trick because it's really embarrassing if you...
Only embarrassing to the people in the front row, but not the rest. So
and then there's another time where you came up. I was doing a show. It was this awful show called Killer Karaoke.
I know that show.
Yeah. It was
that what's his name? Killer Karaoke. The executive producer was Josh Silver. Was it Josh Silverman?
Perhaps, not sure. But it was they had the little earpiece in the ear, which works sort of like a walkie-talkie, but you can't see it because it fits all the way in.
Right.
And the sound guy who's putting the ears, he says, this earpiece has been totally disinfected. It's completely clean. And I was like, I don't care. And he mentioned you, like being you're notorious for.
He didn't know who he was talking to.
He said I've worked with Howie Mandel, and he really, really cares about.
That's who it was. It was Amber.
Howie Mandel really cares about, and I said, I'll make you a deal. I don't give a fuck about what goes in my ear as long as you don't give a fuck about what comes out of it. Because when this thing comes out, it's covered in disgusting ass earwax, and I don't want to
I love that. I love that you don't care. He doesn't know that you're the one. The reason you found your fiance is just the fact that you didn't get any of your shit in her vagina. MeUndies. I'm actually wearing MeUndies right now. I really am. I swear to you, I am. I think I am.
No, you don't have to show me.
I'm not showing you. I'm checking for myself.
I won't look.
I'm wearing MeUndies. I am. You don't have to. And even if you watch this on YouTube, I didn't show everybody. But anyway, hi friends. MeUndies believes that comfort is about more than what's touching your skin. It's about feeling comfortable in your skin. That's why MeUndies not only uses sustainable, breathable, soft as heck fabric, but they also give you endless styles to choose from. It's like total comfort inside and out.
It feels like heaven, like a cloud. I know because I wear them too. MeUndies offers classic colors to ridiculous prints, pretty much everything. It's all so you can fully express yourself in your own unique way with your undies or your bras or pretty much anything. MeUndies are available in a range of sizes too, from extra small to 4XL. So never leave your couch again with MeUndies membership, a monthly subscription that sends new pairs right to your door. Each month, you'll choose new undies, socks, or bralettes and pick the style and...
You pick your style and color. But you can amp up the color inside your pants if you want to with the print that feels the most like you. Fun, right? Please enjoy discounted pricing, free shipping, and exclusive early access to new launches. Love your butt and get the membership.
MeUndies has a great offers for our listeners. For any first-time purchaser, you get 15% off and free shipping. MeUndies also has their problem-free philosophy. If you're not satisfied with any product for any reason, they'll refund or exchange it. No caveats, no questions. To get your 15% off your first order and free shipping, go to MeUndies.com/Howie. That's MeUndies.com/Howie.
How has America's Got Talent and TV in general is TV still doing well? Is
No, I mean, well, we are at America's
Yeah.
Got Talent. We're the #1 show of the year, but TV is nowhere near where it was.
Right.
And you know, the
Understandably
numbers
so.
that they're happy with aren't the same. But like digital, you know, every show exists on TV.
Right.
That's why they do something called Live by 7 Days. So people DVR it, people watch it again on Hulu, it plays again on
NBC
Peacock.
themselves probably puts everything out on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
So, Sharon Osbourne's not been on AGT for some time.
Correct.
Howard Stern's not been on there. Now we don't have Nick Cannon anymore.
No.
Is Simon Cowell still on there?
Yeah. You're up to date. I guess you're 2 or 3 years behind on the episodes.
Yeah.
You just said how big a fan you are.
Well, I was particularly glued to it when Howard was on.
Yeah, I love Howard.
And
I miss Howard.
You weren't enough, Dad.
I'm not enough
You're not
to
enough.
try you.
yeah, but I just like I don't have a TV subscription anymore, which kind of is.
You don't have a TV?
I guess I have Sling.
Right. So
Yeah.
you can watch from wherever. Well, if you don't have a subscription, what good is Sling? Isn't it? Don't you need the subscription to have this so that you can watch?
Sling serves as my subscription so that I can be a subscriber to ESPN Plus and watch all the UFC fights.
So you just do apps. You don't actually have like
right?
a.
I don't have like a Comcast or.
Yeah.
So you watch UFC, yet you wouldn't watch Logan and Mayweather.
Correct. I absolutely love the UFC. I do not miss a fight.
I went live.
I'll be there this weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm driving to Arizona for it.
Have you ever wanted to do what Joe Rogan does, like call a fight?
I don't have the sophisticated knowledge that Joe Rogan has of combat sports to do that. You know, I love interviewing people sort of in a general sense on my podcast, but I'm just not that. All the commentators on the UFC, they are so unbelievably, like, articulate and knowledgeable. Like,
But don't they sometimes have celebrities sit in with them and not in UFC?
Not in the UFC. No, I mean they have like there was a Snoop Dogg jumped in on some other type of broadcast, but not on the big fights. No, not on the official fights.
You want to do a prank?
Sure.
Let's do a prank. All right. So, do you know? Did you discuss with our producers what the prank would be? Like what you're thinking?
I didn't. I did receive word that you like doing pranks and would like to do something like that on the air.
So, what they're saying? My producers here are saying, here's another idea. You want to call Zach Holmes?
Okay, my homeboy Zach.
Yeah, who's new? He's the newest member of the Jackass crew, isn't he?
I didn't say that.
Knoxville said it a week ago.
Oh, did he? Oh,
When he went
okay.
undercover.
Well, are you not allowed to talk about?
I was under the impression that we weren't supposed to talk about that too much, but I didn't say it.
I don't want to get. I don't want to get.
I could pull up the clip of Knoxville.
I mean, whatever. I like.
As long as he didn't say it.
Okay.
Okay, but you want to call him and?
Okay. Well, that's the prank right there.
What?
Well, dude, like.
They leaked it to say
Right.
because his name was
Dude,
leaked.
I got a fucking. Like we got a breach of contract situation here.
So
dude.
they're
Take him out.
gonna take him out. They're gonna
Take him out of the movie.
because Knoxville mentioned it and it was on YouTube and
Yeah.
would you believe it?
I mean, dude, what's going on here? Like,
I just heard that you're getting. I'm sitting at the studio with the PR department,
Yeah,
and they're cutting you out. You know, and if he wants to talk, you know.
Dude, what happened, man? Like, how did it get out there? Like,
Okay, so let me get his. Do we have his number?
Yes, I have it in the notes.
Is this the number right here? No, it's the same.
No,
one.
that's the same one. Seth will give it to us.
Here. What
Or we
happened?
can-
You just heard a guy.
poor kid.
Yeah. He's so excited that the movie is coming out. And you guys were sworn to secrecy. This guy's in the movie. And don't give away what he does,
Right.
but apparently this came from did he really Johnny actually where did he say it on what?
2 weeks on YouTube. There's this series called Undercover,
Right.
and he mentioned 4 different people,
Yeah.
I believe.
So he's already done that.
Yeah, because it was 2 weeks ago when we were.
And is
watching it.
this kid is he good in the movie?
He's fantastic.
Would he be really disappointed to find out that he was cut out?
Yeah.
Okay, well, just be kind. Be kind, please. Here we go. This is Zach from the new Jackass movie.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voicemail box that has not been set up yet.
Not set up yet.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. What's got an attitude?
Attaboy. I don't set up my voicemail either.
And it
Why?
went straight to voicemail.
Because fuck voicemail.
Really? Yeah, voicemail is like babies.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, we tried. Really?
I mean, if here, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. But this is how to do it. My man Zach.
Stevo could also plug in his phone.
Here, if you plug it in
But it
here,
didn't
everybody
seem like
can hear
he
it.
even saw
Look,
the
and that
number.
way you can keep the mic. Look. Plug it in here.
Is that not going into the mic right
Yeah,
here?
it is, but then your voice and that.
Hey, what's up?
Yo, dog.
What's up, dude? How are you?
Dude, how did it... The people are talking about you're in the movie. Like everyone's talking about you're in the movie. I'm getting asked about it, like, in interviews.
Oh, yeah?
I know, dude. Like, and it's kind of fucked, dude. Like,
What do you mean?
I don't think Knoxville was allowed to say that, dude. And now they're
No,
like,
well, I talked to them.
you talked to who?
No. Not when Knoxville said that in the thing. We're allowed to say that we're in the movie, and that we're.
Dude, that's not what I'm hearing, dude. I'm hearing that it's a big fucking problem, dude. And they're like,
What do you mean? Shauna said that we're allowed to say that we're in the movie, and that we're.
Nah, dude, she had it wrong, dude. It's kind of fucked. Like,
No way, dude. Are you serious?
Yeah.
She literally told me we're allowed to say we're allowed to. Paramount said we're allowed to say we're in the movie.
I mean, maybe things got tangled up, but the word is now that like they can't even,
Who's saying this to you?
I mean, dude, I'm talking to everybody and Gary at Paramount.
I know.
Dude, I think you're gonna lose your footage, dude.
What? Steve, wait, what now?
I mean, dude, I think they gotta cut you out, dude.
Dude, shut the fuck up, Steve. Dude, I was about to fucking cry, dude. No way.
I can't do it.
God, dude, I was freaking the fuck out.
He was gonna cry.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude.
Were you crying? This is Gary from Paramount. Were you crying?
My whole life was just like flashing before my
No,
eyes.
he's kidding. They're not going to cut out, but what we're doing is we're going to take your name off the poster and we're going back on that because Johnny was not supposed to say anything. He released it 2 weeks ago and this is not your fault. We know it. But the block is not going to be on the home video. The block is only, he's kidding you. They can't cut out what on the feature, but we're cutting it out of all the other incarnations of it.
Wait, what?
This is Howie Mandel. We were just doing stuff. We're doing stuff with Stevo, Seth, and Kyle, and my daughter.
Yeah, dude.
You got really upset. Did you get any shit in your vagina?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Dude, I love you, Zach, dude. And I was just telling Howie how fucking fantastic you are in the movie.
Okay.
Is he allowed to tell me that?
I was like freaking the fuck out.
Well, that's why we do it.
I was, dude.
Yeah, you were, dude. I'm so proud of you, brother, dude. You're the greatest, man. Let's talk soon.
Okay.
Wow. Do you want to do, we need another person to represent the spaying and neutering of puppies in Puerto Rico. Do you want to do our next year event? Take that as a no.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
On, Zach.
Bye-bye.
Talk soon.
Bye.
Okay.
He was almost
He was gonna
in tears.
cry. I think he was starting to cry.
He cried. We got a tear.
Yeah.
Is that good? I don't know.
We're getting a bunch of thumbs up in the back.
Oh, you made somebody cry. Anyway, Steve, you're wonderful. You really are. And getting a chance to talk to you like this and spending some real time, I mean, as crazy as I think you are, I think you got your head on straight. I really do. And
thank you, man. I appreciate that a lot. I think it's always been a bit of a guarded secret that I wasn't quite the idiot that I make myself out to be.
No, but I mean, the fact is that you know what appeals to people. You know what appeals to your audience. And just this opportunity, I've seen you do stand-up. You're really great. And you are an incredibly hard worker. I think you're smart. I love what you want to do for and with animals. Not so pro anti-baby.
Right, that one.
But the fact that you know that is crazy and that's the line that you cross, that's the beauty of comedy. I think that you need to cross the line to know you crossed the line, and that's what makes it funny, and that's what makes for a great story. And you're a great guy, and I wish you nothing but health and happiness. I want this next. What is the date of the opening for the movie?
The October 22nd. And in the meantime,
and also you are well known not only as this crazy guy and comedian and actor, and that you have a hot sauce.
Oh yeah, that's right. I brought you hot sauce, and I knew about your germophobia, so I kept it in the case.
No one's touched the hot sauce. Wait, what is that sticker?
It's Stevo's hot sauce
for your butthole.
Wow, so this is not for food. It's for your butthole.
Well, I mean, you're going to put it in your mouth, and your butthole's going to love it.
I love that the camera, too, is just facing his butthole while he's telling us.
That's okay. So this is hot sauce for your butthole. And where can listeners get this?
They can get it on Amazon Prime. You can get it at Stevo.com.
You gave me a case of hot sauce.
I can't give you the whole case. I just wanted you to. I'm helplessly addicted to this stuff.
Oh, you're just showing it to us.
No, I want you to take out a bottle, knowing that no one's touched it.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, I was being sensitive to your.
I'm going to keep this. All right, and then you'll. So I love the way you're marketing. So there's only 9 bottles of this, which makes it worth so much more.
Right. And I actually just came out with, I'm about to launch my new flavor, which is called Stevo's Butthole Destroyer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's so fucking hot, it's basically useless.
That's like most women on Instagram.
Oh my gosh, Dad.
I'm sorry. They're so fucking hot, they're basically useless. Am I going to get canceled? Yeah. Sorry, you can edit that, Mackenzie.
But this one, the original hot sauce for your butthole, it's not about being hot for the sake of being hot. It's actually delicious, and I am super addicted to it. So
what is the other flavor?
The other flavor is called Butthole Destroyer.
No, but how do you change? Like when something's so hot, I like hot sauce, but you don't have a taste. It's like when it heats up that much, it's just the heat.
Right. Butthole Destroyer has all 3 of the 3 hottest peppers in the world, which is ghost pepper, scorpion pepper, and Carolina Reaper pepper. They're all 3 in there. And it's just plain fucks up, man. It's I don't expect it to sell very, very well.
Is that's your marketing plan?
I think it's more of a gag thing. I don't know, but this, this original flavor, it's been,
Have you sold a lot?
Yeah, it's been the #1 selling hot sauce on Amazon multiple times.
Oh wow!
Yeah, we're,
Do a lot of people buy their hot sauce from Amazon?
I don't know, but we're doing a steady, without any promotion, we're doing like a steady $30,000 a month.
Wow.
Yeah, just on Amazon.
We're in the wrong business. We should be in the hot sauce.
You gotta have
Amazon
revenue streams. I think you're aware of that, but you gotta have.
And you're using your butthole as your revenue stream.
Yeah, I've got the hot sauce. I've got the video on demand.
What else are you selling? Anything you want to push?
My new comedy special. I put it out on my own on my website Stevo.com.
Okay, so they can download Stevo.com.
It's super like not.
And is this the one where we can hear about see the things that you were talking about here, like the vasectomy and
the bucket list is the one with the vasectomy and the ejaculating as I fell out of the airplane.
Yeah.
That one's still a touring act.
Okay.
But my previous comedy special, which is called Gnarly, that's the one where I suffered the burns and had skin grafts on 15% of my body. And it's arguably the first like genuinely multimedia comedy special where the stories that I'm telling in my stand-up are illustrated by interstitial footage. And like most comedians, I think, aren't like very sticklers for telling the exact truth.
Right.
And not only am I a stickler for telling the truth in my stand-up, but I actually back it up with the footage.
show and tell?
So it's a really original take on.
I can't wait to see it. I'm going to
It's
see it.
a lot
I'm going to
of
go
fun.
download it. So that's at stevo.com.
It is, yeah.
And then the hot sauce is at Amazon
And Stevo.com.
and stevo.com.
And we've got
And
all kinds of
merchandise drops.
merchandise, a lot of autographs.
Is this yours, the white
merchandise.
T-shirt? Is this something you're selling? Okay.
No, I actually was sensitive to. I thought I wanted to look clean. Like I didn't want to freak you out. Like if it was dirty or germs. So I thought a nice clean white
nice
shirt.
And then talk
might
about
be
your
respectful.
shit in your
Yeah.
fiance's
Right.
vagina. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, that's and the movie comes out October
22nd. I've got my own podcast, Stevo's Wild Ride.
available wherever podcasts
Wherever
are.
podcasts are yeah. We've
And
had
when does
great
that
guests, too.
drops on
Thursdays.
Thursdays. So
yeah, this week is actually with my dad. Stevo's dad on the podcast.
Wow.
We just had Post Malone. We recently had Mark Cuban.
Wow.
Mike Tyson. Shaquille O'Neal.
Wow.
Like I've had a lot of good fortune with my guests because everybody's got a podcast. You got
They
to
really do.
it's-
Well,
you
look at
gotta-
what we have. We have Stevo, and I
Yeah.
got Seth.
Right.
And I got Kyle.
Awkwardly sitting
and
on either side of you.
daughter beside me. So we have a
sure.
full array too.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, absolutely. and I mean, dude, your career speaks for itself. It's,
It really
it's an
does.
honor.
I don't even need to speak. I'd like to
Right.
sit quietly and people could just listen to me sitting on my podcast. It would be worth
It's
it.
truly an honor, Howie. I've
It is my honor. I'm a fan. That's
you.
why I remembered
Likewise.
your act. I love that you are a hard worker. I'm a big fan of the Jackass movies. I'm a big fan of Stevo.
Well, thank you.
And getting to know you a little bit more was real eye-opening and a pleasure.
I appreciate that. I genuinely
I would imagine
do.
your parents are proud of you. That's why your dad is showing up on the thing. And,
Dad's epic.
And your mom is a slut, right? You said- All right. On that note, thank you so much for being
Hey,
here,
man,
Steve,
for sure. Thank
Seth,
you.
Kyle, our production staff.
I'll give you an air bump.
Air bump right there.
And you can check us out wherever you get your podcast. Subscribe. Make sure you leave a review. You can also check us out on YouTube at Howie Mandel Does Stuff. Subscribe there and leave a comment.
Why are you looking at the monitor when it doesn't even say anything?
All right. I'm just looking into the abyss.
All right. So you can close this off, Mackenzie.
Hey, Jackie,
Yes.
actually, if you could do a call to action that says leave your Instagram handle in the review and maybe you guys will contact them to do a prank.
Okay.
What? Yeah.
Wait. Can I do one more thing? What did you say? Leave your
Instagram handle with your review and a select few on Apple Podcasts and a select few, you guys will reach out to them and do a prank.
Leave your Instagram handle.
Can you
in
write
the
it and
reviews.
put it on the screen?
Yeah, I'll do it.
It's on the screen?
No,
Is it
the
not?
screen's
No, the
not
screen
on.
has been off this whole time.
We've never had the screen on.
It's okay.
All right, I'll do it later. It's fine.
I can say it right now. Do you want it just for the audio? But everyone's in here.
I'll do it with ads. It's fine.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh. So now we're ending?
Also, make sure that you rate and review in Apple Podcasts. You can leave your Instagram handle, and we will contact a few of you to do a prank with you on the podcast.
Why are you smiling?
Yeah?